Good afternoon. Kind of had a wasted 2 days with the weather, but gorgeous day today, very little humidity. We got our poly skid shoes made up for the merger. They don't sit the flattest, but when it is on the ground, they sit flush. As long as mud doesn't pack in there, they should work okay, I think. I hope. To prevent lighting straw fields on fire. That is our solution, I guess. Hopefully they hold together. New gearbox on. The guys are just struggling to put the PTO on. No big deal.
There we go. See?
Wow.
My gosh.
There we go. Yeah, we're gonna see what we can get done. The combine left to get going, and the baler should be able to roll out here shortly. So, got the rake raking some straw. Gonna throw the merger in the field, do up some straw to the spread. Hopefully, I got an afternoon of baling ahead of me. Combine guys are rolling. Looks like he's windrowing. Looks like he's really chewing up the straw today too. We'll get to the field. I had to put knives in for this, so that will keep my capacity to him. Knives slow me down. I can shove the straw through, but if I go too fast, it just trips the spring that's there to let a rock go through the knives, and it doesn't chew up the straw like it's supposed to. So we're gonna go in here. There's about 15-20 acres here, and then I can take the knives out and start baling our straw. Hopefully by the time I get there, it's ready to bale. So. Okay, same process. Okay, VT moisture manual. Now it's saying 10% today. Bales in the chamber got even drier. PTO assist. Wrap the tractor up. It's got like a free spin clutch PTO dealio down there. That's where that thunking is every time you... I'm not a fan of that. It does not sound healthy at all, but got the PTO spinning on an idle. Turn my pickup on, which engages the belt on the side there, tensions it so the pickup starts running.
Just back up, Jeremy. I'll get unloaded so that we can get into a pattern up here now. Always empty going this way, but now that the headlands are done, we'll try and make sure I'm empty at this end, and we'll empty on our way back down again.
Makes sense, Christian. Okay, preset PTO, RPM. That button will make sure that the tractor maintains PTO speed rather than ground speed. If you do it the other way around, or if you try and just use the throttle,
sounds good.
That is the plunger plunking me back and forth. If you do it the other way around, it'll rev the tractor all the way up, which puts your PTO speed to almost 1200 to try and climb a hill, and you don't want the baler running at 1200 RPM, so. I need to wait for a chamber pressure to build. I always have that the first day back after I release chamber pressure. I don't know why. It's been doing that the last couple years now. Let's give it to, yeah, see it says we are supposed to be applying chamber pressure. It just doesn't want to do it. But the straw's good and dry. That's awesome. So we got that wrapped up. Yielded really well. Over 200 bales off 40 acres. So. But that's it for the knives for the day. Let the dust settle. Push the knife drawer down and grab this handy tool that always, everything just gets covered in dust and everything's over your head. Now you guys are covered in dust. I'm covered in dust. At least it's not windy today. This thing is miserable to work on when there's wind. Stay standing. Oh, unlock the knives out of the way so they're disengaged. There's a possibility that I'll have to bale more with knives tonight or tomorrow morning, so I won't take the knives out. But if I go a couple days knowing that I don't need to, I just take them right out of the way so the knife drawer isn't getting beat up. But for now, when I'm just going field to field, this is the quick, easy way. So yeah, this guy only wanted half the knives in. We only have one row engaged. So I've done 200 bales on the string that I tied in the other day. I think I got my number 4 issue dealt with. It hasn't dropped at all. And actually I haven't had any drops today. But I've had 3 and 5. The knots blow apart a couple times. But we'll keep playing with I think that's more of a bale pressure thing. This was really good dry straw now, so. Hold on. I might just have to back the chamber pressure off a little bit. So it did say I was putting 1,150 pounds in a bale. So. Yeah. That's it for this job. And we'll see how our straw is. Okay, let's see what we can get done here. Like that. I like that. 15 to 17 slabs per bale is full capacity. If you see any lower than 15, you're usually going to stuff it. So I think this is a 30-foot windrow. 10 mile an hour, low moisture, good bale weight. Let's get her going. All right, I just had my first knotter issue of the day, and I am, I'd be almost 300 bales into the day, so I'm not going to complain about that. And the string that dropped, I noticed it is it's feeding that 450 knot strength twine again, so probably just go cut that out again and leave it out this time. Not trying to keep using it, so we'll see what we see. Still having issues with 6 and 3. The first knot out of the baler likes to blow apart. But yeah, that's the white string. We'll see what we see. I guess first thing we'll do is didn't drop the bottom, which is actually where the white string is. Everything's above you, and everything's dusty. We're so close to getting through that ball, but that's not worth it. We're cutting it out. So that one just started. I should probably tie a ball into that one. I tied one into that one. I'm running out of spares. Yeah, all my spares on this side were pretty much all the white string. Bit of a design. It's no good if I have the spares as the string I want to get rid of. Wish there was more metal things. Okay, got 2 there. Just for safe measure, I'll maybe tie white onto the end of the pink for the night. Just in case I go through 2 more balls. At least I don't have to restring it. So everybody's got 3 again. That guy's only 2, but two. Right here, 1. I should put 1 there. I don't have any more. Spare white it is. So yeah, this time of day I like to see 2 on top still, because they can do 400 to 500 bales. And I need at least 3 at this point tied in, just to be safe. That one's got 2, but an almost full one. I'll try it. We'll see what happens. This thing just brings a bale with it everywhere it goes. It is brutal. It's not the prettiest straw. It's got the bottom leaves were definitely wet when it was combined. It's dry now, but it's not a nice color. Yep. Jeez. I have more than once ended up sliding all the way down to the ground on this step. Oh, you've made a mess of yourself. You can see it already. That's no good. No good. Broken swiper arm. Look at that. I think it's because my ball knot got stuck so hard in the better from this side. See how that guy's stuck in the groove? I really need to rotate those eyelets. That out. So when you lift these knotters up, you only ever grab it from here, because if this swiper arm is actually attached, it swings across the bottom and you cut your finger. You learn the hard way. Free. You're supposed to bolt up right there. I don't know if the bolt sheared off. I'm thinking that's part of the knotter frame. At the very least, it's a part I don't have. So we're going to tie that up out of the way, and I'll go cut it out of the bottom. He'll just be along for the ride. I spent an hour fixing it. It's probably put it this way, I'm not sure if it's an easy fix or not. If it was the beginning of the day, I'd probably be more apt to dig into it. I'm only gonna make another 200 bales if I'm lucky tonight anyway. I don't like that grease line's not on anymore. We're gonna see. So we'll just come in under here. It was number 6, right? Cut it out because it will still keep feeding the bottom twine even if it's not tying at the top. And this bale was 7 strings the rest of the night. Yeah, that sucks. This guy probably got bent just enough that he's no good. Normally bends in there. It is what it is. There's always something with otters. I'm kind of hopeful that that piece gets so that alarms because I cut the bottom string out. Yeah, I need to go through and flip all those loops. They're all worn out enough from the string running through them that that's going to keep being an issue, I think. Really? I know what that is. Now the stupid VTO came out of the back of the tractor. I hate this design. It's held in with 3 bolts that squish you down to that thing. But this thing has so much back torque that it spins them off. But the good news is, I know it's a freaking issue, so I brought the impact with me today. I didn't have it yesterday or 2 days ago when I bailed, but turn and lock. Stripped. That's another thing, they just, yeah. You don't put them on with an impact, they just rattle loose and fall out. Not a very good design. Okay. Should be good to go here. The other 310 Magnum has a permanent big 1000 in there, you can't swap it out. But 3 years ago when we had that one on the baler, the VTO shaft snapped out of the tractor. So then you got to gut half the back of the tractor to swap the shaft in. So that's no good either. Whew. Try this again. I want to have a PTO now. It's always good for everything. Good old-fashioned quick flash. There she's going. Come on, baby. Pick up on. Cool. PTO speed. Clean the dust. Oh, it's always something. So we ended up breaking all this straw. We started around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It was worth it. Like, it's dry. I won't be able to do everything here. Some of this was combined last night, and it was really tough. So, going with my 7-string baler now, and I just got to make sure I don't overload this side of the chamber too bad, or else it will banana the bales for sure. Now that that string is dropping, so we're not wasting string. It's gonna look a little goofy. It is what it is. There's not many days that I finish baling with all 8 kilometers, if I'm being completely honest. There's always something stupid, but it gets to this point in the day and it's like, well, still got 1 or 2 more strings than other people, so hammer down and I'll deal with it in the morning. So I think we're finally getting to push it to max capacity. This field has a hill in the center of it, so it's got a valley on both ends. I knew 10 mile going down the hill and about 8 mile going up it, but getting 12 slabs in a bale. This long straw feeds really nice. Overfed it. The stuffer always goes off when the bale is about to fall off. I don't know what the rhyme or reason to that is, but you can push it for 3/4 of the bale, and as soon as it's trying to kick that last little bit off. Anyway, so the pickup back on. All it does when it overloads the stuffer or the pickup is it kicks the pickup out, so I never have to rev the tractor down. So that kicked the pickup out. So now I've stuffed the pickup. So I just keep bumping the pickup button. And that was a good one. Not ideal. There. That was actually one of the worst ones I've had in a while, but it's not normal for that belt to squeal like that, but rake straw is very hard to get max capacity. The rake punches it and fluffs it, and then it drags under the tractor, and yeah. But that's what happens when you stuff the baler. 99% of the time you don't have to leave the seat because of it. But if you do it real good, then you'll know it. It just takes horsepower to pull this baler in general. It's like, I think it weighs something like 18 ton, just the baler itself. So, plus the minimum 300 horsepower requirement to run the thing. So, 310 horsepower really, if Case IH would watch that number all day, they'd probably go, she's working. She uses everything she's got to get up the hills. There, we got another, I don't even know, 150 or so bales. I'm up to 460 for the day. And I just had another string drop, so. PTO off. This thing takes forever to wind down. But, yeah, we'll see what the issue is. 75% of the time it's because of something I did, like tied a knot in, a ball in bad, or made my knot too big. Look at our bottom. Hey. You definitely wear longer pants. You don't want to have short pants climbing up here. Oh, it's ridiculous. See what I mean? My knots hold apart. So there's a string there. It doesn't make it back up here. There's supposed to be 4 strings there. So, guess I gotta unfold the bale. Yeah, this thing has a date with an air compressor tonight. So we want to take bets on what it is. Did I tie a tail to a tail? I've been known to do that. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I'm up here. Make sure I can stand. That pull's nice, my knot just pulled apart. Up through there. That guy. Trying to get decent angles while still being productive, so I do apologize. Through there. And the rest I should reach from back. Yeah. Really turned into a gorgeous day though. Like, just no humidity, good baling weather. Is my grease line still alive? Yeah. Right. So it's very hard to feed it through these roller gizmos. Make sure I get it on the right side of the sensor. Oh. Twine tensioner. Something like that. Feed it up through the top. All that does is really runs the marker, and then the sensor senses the position of that to tell the screen if it dropped the top string or not. But those reflective markers do the same thing if you're watching back all the time. But yeah, top strings are easy. You just feed it through the top needle down into the chamber, and as the straw comes by, it'll grab it and start feeding the string like it's supposed to. So easy fix. Just didn't tie my knot good enough. Yeah. So stupid. Where's the step? Okay. Easy fix. Still really nice stuff. I am very surprised. This one's probably going to blow open when it touches the ground. Having issues with the first knot. First knot out of the chamber, so the second knot the knotter ties. The mechanic told me what to set tighter to make the tail longer on that knot, and it is as tight as it goes. So, I don't know if those springs wear out and new ones would make a difference, but hydraulic assist. She can be a real brute to get going sometimes. Half the time I forget to turn my pickup back on after a situation like that. So as I start baling, that number 1 marker on the top of the baler will get sucked up, meaning that the string is started being fed through and coming out the chamber again. And as it ties its next bale, it should just restart the cycle again. Or we'll find out why it pulled the knot apart, but it pulled really easy out of the box. So. They're tied, no alarm. Number 1 is back in business. Those are the easy ones. I can deal with those all day. Well, I don't want to deal with them all day, but it's when the fingers break, or the bail hook, or knot hook, whatever you call them. I don't know any of the technical terms, but stuff like that, when you got to pound roll pins out and the finicky line the gear up stuff, gets tedious, but oh, stay together. Sweet. Better stay on my butt. With that number 6 missing, I need to make sure I never overload this side of the chamber or the bale's banana. That's what the 2 or 3 that you might see out along. Boys are stacking. Making a stack on a hill. It's tricky. But yeah. That's from talking on the phone and not driving perfect, so literally every time I talk on the phone I have my own brakes. So I ran out of dry straw where I was. I feel kind of, yeah, there's 2 Ys that work their way into a valley that flows into the creek in that farm, and I had worked myself into the low spot where it's 3/4 of the farm was a low spot, so it yeah, I would have to leave spots on the row, so it's whatever. There's enough bales to keep the guys there busy for the rest of the night. Threw the knives back in. And this straw was actually combined at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The combine literally just pulled out, so I'm very, very impressed with that. But knives back in. Hopefully I can get this wrapped up. It's 40 acres here. Get it cleaned up tonight, 40 or 50. Get it cleaned up, and then I can take the knives out of the baler for a couple days. That'll be nice. I'm not beating up the knife drawer. So. She is dusty though. Really just rely on everything working well, I think. We're under 15 slabs of bale, so better not push it anymore. Going 7.5 mile an hour. I think that's what they call golden hour, but I can't see anything back there. Moisture's holding on. That's annoying. I don't know if we got to play with the rotor fin just a little bit. I can't see what the bales are doing off the back of the baler either, so normally I can see if they're kind of more bananaed one way or the other and then adjust accordingly from the bale coming out the chamber, but yeah, I don't know. Feels like that thing is steering me wrong more than it's right, and it's just kind of frustrating. It doesn't help with that knot, that one knotter being gone, but I think I've got a dozen bales to rebale today. 30. Number 2 dropped. Yeah. Yeah, there's something said about letting straw get rained on. It washes the dust off, the dirt, the black, the brown stuff that's covered the baler. It actually makes really clean straw. Oh, look at this. Stupid. Brutal. Yeah. So the string is stuck. As the baler gets dirty over the course of the day, the knots start getting stuck. Okay. Again, that's because of one of my crappy knots. Like I said, 75% of the time it's my fault. Ugh. Maybe I have to try tying knots a different way. Whew. But again, this is a pretty simple fix. Feed it down into the top noodle. So as I start bailing, it'll grab it again. Oh man, this is stupid. There's a fan system that blows air constantly off the knotter to keep your knotter clean, and you definitely know when it's gone, because I bailed 3 days last year without it working, and yeah, I had a pile of knotter issues. This is just unsafe. This is a hazard. Yeesh. Cool. Whew. Like, it's got an air compressor on it that's on a timer to burst air, and it would be cool to see it blow more things off, I suppose. It doesn't have to do it every bail, but something on the back of the chamber there and something down the side to blow it out from under the panel. I don't know. Maybe the new ones have that. The new ones probably have that. So I just lost 1 and 2, but I really hate I always let it tie the next bail before I go up there, because if the chamber works its way back, yeah, that bail's only gonna have 5 strings. That is not great. If the bail length works its way back as I'm up there working on it, and the bailer isn't at a dead stop, it will trip the knotter, even if the PTO's off. So you definitely don't want to have your hand down there when it does that. So I always let it bail the next bail. It's an issue in the twine box. I wish you could do this from outside. I don't really get why you can't. And if you can, I've ran this baler for like 7 years without going down to. It's probably a safety thing. Look at that. Whew. You don't want it 50-kilometer winds, but still air sucks too, because dust just hangs. Right. Look at that. Would you look at that? So this will be number 1 and 2. And 2 somehow got tied around 1, which is making them drop each other. So like I said, normally it's my fault. Get in a rush and then something gets done wrong. I'll probably even look back in the videos and watch myself do it. There. Number 1 will stay behind now. Number 2, which is the one we just had the issue with. What are we at? That one's on the last ball. I'm not gonna make too many more tonight anyway. That one's on the last 2. Should be okay. Oh, come on. Yeah. It was working. See how it's all frayed? I gotta pull my knot through everything. I might just let the baler do that. So that piece is what's supposed to make the tail longer, from what I understand. Adjusting that bolt tighter. Number 3 is the loosest of them all. That's one of the others I'm having an issue. So many little things that can be a big issue on an otter. Like I said, I still have no idea how they tie, especially in the environment it's in. It's impressive. I can't even make the knots stay together, so. I'd be okay if I didn't have to get out again tonight. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I had to get out one more time without you guys because the knot that was coming through next got stuck on that same eyelet that the number 6 did earlier in the video. So. It's like 4 bales with 5 strings. 6 strings. We're back to a 7-string baler again. So. We're just holding on. Got 5 more rows on this side of the field, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. The last 5 on the other side. It is what it is. Unless he wants to keep them separate, which I doubt he does. We're just going to head back to the yard, and yeah, I might just grab the leaf blower for tonight because we don't have our big air compressor set up yet, but try and get this thing somewhat blown off. It doesn't like being dirty like this.
Better you than me.
Yeah. It's definitely an end of day job, ideally. And the DeWalt battery powered leaf blower just doesn't have it in it. One of them fancy double battery Milwaukee ones, I guess.
Or that, what's the one that Echo? Something?
Echo, yeah. We'll try Chris's Echo tomorrow. But yeah, we're just adding it up. Just under 700 bales, I think. 380 and 300, so yeah, 680. I didn't get going until 2 o'clock, so. There's a pile of straw out there this year, at least right now anyway. It's gonna be a good year with this thing if I don't have to drive far to get the bales in a day. That makes the big difference. So anyway, I'm gonna go shower.
I actually stayed clean today.
Lucky you. I didn't.
I picked up a stone again, but
yeah. See you next time.